Good morning. It's Travis Moore. It's Friday, the end of week 4 of the legislative session. So we are almost halfway there, and we're making some progress this week. So the Senate heard 1742, which is the Senate condo reform bill that we've been talking about and really spending a lot of time on. It was heard, passed out of Senate Regulated Industries, did a strike all amendment, which basically instead of doing a bunch of series of amendments and if there's a whole bunch of changes that need to be made, just do one, kind of basically getting out with the old, in with the new. It was incorporating a lot of the things that the governor had asked for. There was some stuff that had come in that was we didn't feel ready for prime time as it related to managers. Just didn't understand the process and the way CAMs operate and are regulated here in the state of Florida. So some of that language was added. We've got a lot of work to do still as it relates to that. Some of the and just to make these lines of credit and the way that they want to make that work. Some tinkering needs to be done. We have provided a lot of information to the staff. But finally, now the House and the Senate have at least said, let's have a meeting. So they'll start meeting this next week early, which I think is going to be very important. The House is not anywhere near where the Senate bill is. As you know, they have to be identical. The governor is aligned with the Senate. The House and the governor are having a whole bunch of issues on a whole bunch of other matters. So it'll be interesting how that all plays out. I think we'll be in a good place. Again, that the House bill is more geared towards, I think, yeah, kind of, hey, you've reached the end of your useful life association. Thanks, for playing, and is more geared towards helping terminate and moving on. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's just where that focus is. The Senate bill is more on. We know that there's some hits that are coming and that you're having to take associations. So let's work through that, provide maybe some more time, maybe an easier, smoother transition to that, and then also work towards getting make sure nobody is displaced, and we can stay in those. But again, there is a place where it's just, hey, you've done what you can with this association, and let's move on. So a lot of things still need to be worked out there. Some of the very harmful issues as it relates to statute of repose. Some of the other matters that we think are that developers want, and others that we think are just non-starters have done a pretty good job so far of keeping those from moving or certainly going much further. So I think we're in a good place. It'll be an interesting week next week. Stay engaged, stay involved. Make sure you are going on to flsenate.gov, flhouse.gov. You've identified who your House member is, who your senator is. You're engaged with them on community association issues. And again, your Florida Legislative Action Committee, made up of your delegates, continues to meet. We'll be meeting again later today and discussing these issues, providing feedback to legislators and policymakers on things just to make these bills as good as possible and say, hey, we don't support this or we do support that, and let's get to work. So see you again next week. Thanks.